always great to have on. Kevin Callan, great to have you here, the Happy Camper. And really, you are quite happy, especially talking about all these new gadgets and really the trends that you saw that were these items that just were going off the market.
Oh, huge trends. Bizarre year this year, really, especially in this area. One is solar tents. They couldn't keep them on the shelves, but people were not going on their own. They were going with everybody else, but they wanted to sleep by themselves.
Big group. I want to be on my own when I'm sleeping.
Yeah, and the parks were all upset because there's too many tents for the footprint of the campground. So they were like, no, we don't want people doing this. So
they might have to change the way that they're designing, the way the grounds are created, though, if that seems to be the way people are going.
We need more wilderness so people can sleep by themselves.
Great way to be able to push that one.
And the bugs were really bad this year, even though it was a drought.
Right.
The mosquitoes are still bad, and so my daughter used Afterbite. I don't know if you know about this stuff.
Oh yeah, trust me. Yes,
right?
I think everyone is on board that kind of thing.
But more and more people got injured.
Wow, these are awesome trends right now.
Yeah,
okay.
Trends, but more and more people took first aid courses. I don't know. I got this thing at Costco, right, and made a bunch of other first aid kits out of it. You can make your own first aid kit. That's actually probably the better thing. You get a good first aid kit and then take it all apart, your family's kit, and then you make your
own
on your own. Alcohol. Let's talk about that. It's really important to talk about. What's happening now is people don't want to use petroleum-based product stoves, like your basically white gas stove or your butane stoves. And in Europe, it's always been the rave not to do that, and they use alcohol-based stoves like the Trangia stove, or actually, this is from Ireland. It's called the Kelly Kettle.
Okay,
this is a Kelly Kettle. And
is this ancient?
It is. It's made in the 1800s, and you put sticks or pine cones in it, and it burns or boils water around the perimeter of it. And this will boil water in less than a minute. It's amazing. And all you do is light debris from the forest floor. And the alcohol
like literally,
stoves,
just gather things from the ground?
Gather stuff, and you don't even need a campfire, right? You just do this, and it's done. And I love this thing. I actually was in Scotland last year on a canoe trip with my daughter, and they used this. I had no clue what it was. And by the end of the summer, I was like, wow, I love it.
This is awesome.
So, other trends,
I want to touch really quickly too, though. You were saying the different alcohols.
Oh yeah. To find alcohol, the alcohol-based stoves is hard in Canada to find the true alcohol for the alcohol stoves. So you can use wood alcohol, which is methyl hydrate, but people wouldn't know that, right? Problem with methyl hydrate, it's really cheap, but you can't see it when it's burning. So I find these things really dangerous. So what I did is I went to Canadian Tire, I found or whatever brake line antifreeze, same stuff, but has a blue color to it, so you can actually see the flame. And you can use jack if you want, but why burn the jack when you can burn brake line antifreeze?
Which you might want to do if you're lost. And you said a lot more people using great tech gadgets, and yet more of them getting lost.
They're not even getting lost. They're just getting a sprained ankle, and they're saying, please come and rescue me with a helicopter. I mean, it's brutal. There was a dog in Quetico. Someone called in and said, I need some assistance. My trip mate is injured. It was a dog that had diarrhea. Helicopter cost $30,000, actually, sorry, $27,000 to pick that dog up. And now the government's like, this has got to stop.
I'm sorry, I find that completely ridiculous. People are using these, so what are they?
But they're really good, though. I mean,
well, they are good if you're in a real emergency and you need actual help.
No, for sure. And I've used these. This is a spot, and basically what it is, it runs on a satellite, and you push the button and you say, my mom loves this because she's like, what are you doing out there? And I push this button saying, I'm okay, sends her an email or a text message, and a Google map comes up, so Kevin Callan is here and he's okay. If I'm not, I can push 911 or I can push SOS, and that means the helicopter is coming. And it does work. The other one is the Spot Connect. This runs on your iPod or your iPhone, and you can actually send a message by your Facebook or your Twitter account. I used this last year because someone was having an allergic reaction, didn't have the medicine that she needed, so I sent a message, whereas the Spot can't send a message. So that works. The other is...
This will send your location, but this allows you to get a little bit more
You can send a message with that's a preset message, but this one you can actually send it through your iPhone. This one is the same thing, everything else is brand new though. It's the InReach, and it's by a different company, and what this does is you can send me a message while I'm out there as well. So it does everything the Spot does, but you can send me a message as well.
Which wouldn't be can you pick up milk on the way home?
People are doing that. I mean, I don't. When I have these devices, to be quite honest, I only tell one or two other people in our group that I have them because they're only for emergencies. Like I have a satellite phone, and this is so lightweight, right? You can rent these. You don't have to buy them. Globalstar has this, and you can call pizza if you want. It's going to cost you a lot of money to do that. So I used this year. I was on a family trip We had a bit of an emergency, not in a major way, but I was going to be delayed 3 days. Phoned home and said, by the way, I'm going to be delayed. I also did a bunch of CBC interviews and everything else with this. But you don't really need it. If I had to choose of all these, I would choose this.
Okay.
It's really lightweight.
Okay, well, we'll get back to this. Can we have another segment? And I got to throw to a commercial break. Yeah, well, okay, we'll get back. We got more things. We're going to pimp up your canoe.